In a world that often glorifies success and achievement, failure is frequently seen as something to be feared or avoided. However, many of the most broad personal growth experience and breakthrough arise not from moments of failure. Today, I want to share a perspective that may show unusual, that failure is something we often avoid and fear is actually a blessing in disguise. We live in a world that constantly highlights success. We are presented with story of people when have success, great achievement and triumph. But what is really talked about is the winning road they look and how many times they fail before finally standing up. I have two important I want to share. First, failure is not the end, but failure is the beginning. When we fail, we are encouraged to review our step. We learn about our weakness, recognizing hidden strengths that we may not have realized before. Failure forces us to rethink, innovate, and grow. Just a real example, Thomas Edison failed more than 100 times before he succeeded in inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failure, he said, I have not failed, but I have just found 100 ways that don't work. From there, he finally found army that changed the world. The second point is failure can be a new, more correct direction. Sometimes we fail not because we are not good, but because we are not on the right track. God may be rating us to a more appropriate path. A real example is Steve Jobs was one fired from Apple, the company he found himself. But after that, he built Pixar and NXT, and finally returned to Apple with a bigger version. Without that failure, Apple may not be what it is today. Recommendation for we are guys accepting failure with a positive attitude. Every time you fail, write down what you can learn from the failure in your personal journal. If you fail, just a real example, if you fail, guys, write down in your journal what material you have not mastered and make a plan to read study.